And the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has been gearing up for the upcoming Edo State election with a commitment to ensuring a free, fair and transparent process. Earlier, I had the opportunity to speak with one of INEC's election observers, Omoruyi. I began by asking him about the level of preparedness of the Commission for this crucial election.
So INEC will always tell you what it will do, but whether it eventually turn out to be the protection of malpractices will be a secondary thing. I think what is important is that the IREF, which had glitches in 2023, is for me, arguably the most important material INEC has deployed for this election, as it has also done previously. The IREF is supposed to be a tool to cut away or to minimize or reduce or eradicate all form of electoral practices, because with the use of the beavers and of course the IREF, the beavers itself is very critical, because without beavers accreditation, a voter who doesn't have the PC will not vote, which means if there is no accreditation with the use of the beavers, that voter cannot vote. So you would have minimized any form of ballot box stuffing or ballot box theft or something like that. Because if you steal, ballot papers with the attempt to go read to thumbprint and stuff another ballot box here, it will not work, because the beavers need to tally with the voter register.
All right, what improvement or changes has INEC implemented since the presidential election, which also happens to be the last election held in Nigeria?
Cannot wake up in the morning to implement any change. The change began even before the 2023 election. Whatever INEC did in the 2023 election was the same thing it did in 2020, the election before the 2023 election, the obsequent election in Ekiti and Osun. And Osun election was like the highest of the model with the way it was done in that election. So talking about those elections in 2022, in 2023, we saw, but as I was telling you, that the mix-up with that 2023 election was the glitches that occurred with the beavers, which of course has become a challenge. But if you go to the obsequent election after the 2023 election, that's the one in Ekiti, the one in Kogi, Bayelsa, and even though I have personal reservation about all of those elections, but you saw that the beavers didn't have the same glitches. And in fact, the IREF upload of results was almost seamless. In fact, for the very first time, I've mentioned that again and again, and I'll continue to say it, that Imo State election turned out to be the fastest release of results in the subsequent elections. Imo State election results was already announced about 10 a.m. on Sunday morning when the election took place on Saturday. We know that realistically, it is almost impossible to have that done. But INEC did it, and Imo had to insist local government.
All right, well, lastly, before I let you go now, what are INEC's plans on ensuring timely and accurate result transmission on the portal, considering the setbacks they had during the presidential election?
Okay, the conversation about IREF is simply the 2023 where it had glitches. And that glitches is what undermines INEC integrity, which has led to this distrust in the system. We didn't hear of glitches in Imo, Kogi, or Bayelsa State. So I would not expect that glitches will happen in Edo State. But sincerely, if the beavers worked maximally, and there's a quick report, upload of the election result from EC8A at the polling unit to the IREF, people can actually collate their own results and then begin to flag it out. Don't forget, IREF is a public portal. It is a public portal that anybody can use. Anybody can view the results.